It's really nice. 2013,
Uh-huh.
Coto de Hayas.
Coto de Hayas.
Yeah, see, I'm not afraid to speak with the Spanish accent, but you are like obviously
But you
much
speak
better
very well,
than
eh?
no, but
I
you're
know
much
it.
better than me. So like yeah, so tell us about this Garnacha Centenaria.
Yeah, and Garnacha Centenaria means the translation could be something like garnachas of 100 years
Yeah.
old, and of course you're going to find a very old vines on the vine. And Coto de Hayas, he's maybe one of the most famous producer in
Yeah.
Borja
Mhm.
appellation. Borja appellation is very, yeah, maybe it's the most famous one
Yes.
because in uh, Borja is supposed to produce the most concentrated and best expression of Grenache in Aragon, and there are a lot of top producers there that producing this kind of very classic and concentrated style of Grenache, but really making it very well. And yeah, here we are going to find a much more intense style, maybe more oak, more ripeness, and the oak that they use always is new. They have this kind of tradition of use new oak to get more complexity, more spiciness on the wine, because of the Borja vines produce, grapes that are very concentrated. And that's why you need this kind of new oak to balance the wine and to give more complexity, of course, richness, and to produce this kind of classic style.
It kind of reminds me on the nose of like a really amazing Priorat. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
making sense because Garnacha, I mean, this one is 100% Garnacha, but it kind of has that intense, like really deep, like,
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, it is, we're starting to keep going up in terms of like body. And I mean, like, I think it's helpful to describe these wines and what other people like. So I feel this one more is somebody loves Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah.
This is like not identical, clearly, it's Garnacha, it's special, but it has a lot of that color, that concentration, the oak,
Yeah,
the
it has.
deepness.
Yeah, of course.
Pairing like I all of a sudden want a steak.
And on the palate you have, of course, intensity, but the one is really well balanced because you have this kind of very fine grained tannins, very ripe tannins, really well integrated on the wine, and it is a wine that it bites to drink more. Of course, I think when you have this kind of wines, you are thinking on food.
Yeah.
Because because of this concentration, you need something to pair with the wine,
Right.
and then make something much more special.
Yeah.
And yeah, Garnacha Centenaria is a really good wine. And the most important thing that I think, it is a wine that really, make a very good representation of the appellation, and a very good representation of the style, and of course a very good representation of the grape.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm finding like what I love about it the most is I like wines. I think a lot of people, a lot of consumers, a lot of wine enthusiasts and professionals, they want big wines, especially as we go into the colder weather, at least in New York. I mean, it probably is so amazing in Spain year round, but and we want these big wines like fireplace wines, wines that are really delicious. However, what I love about Garnacha is like the tannins, even though they're well knit and they're fine, you don't have to get big tannins that are completely needing food. So yes, of course it can go well with food, but I also think like take a little bit of dark chocolate at the end of the night, have your glass of wine, really good for our health. But this is kind of like that one, like fireplace, steak wine, transition into dinner, from dinner to dessert, or just a nice piece of chocolate, I think.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. And yeah, of course. And I think these kind of wines are beautiful because I think one of the most important things that you can find on a wine is that the wine represents the region that it can.
Right.
And I think that when you take this glass and you smell it, you can smell Grenache, no?
Yeah.
You can smell Garnacha in his more pure style.
Yeah.